For the longest of time, it's been difficult to completely embrace femininity for me, which is stupid to say because at my core, as a woman, I am feminine. Because every time I come on here on YouTube or TikTok or Instagram, all you met with is the light feminine energy, quote unquote light feminine energy, and Eurocentric values for a woman or Eurocentric femininity. And for the longest time, I haven't been able to relate because first things first, I'm African and I'm not European, obviously. And also, it's been mostly physical, outward things like behavior and dress code, which is kind of stupid if you ask me. Because just because I'm wearing a dress does not mean I'm feminine. Just because I'm speaking, I don't know, in a high pitched voice or I'm not shouting or I don't know, that it does not mean that I'm feminine. Okay, just because I have blush on my cheeks and I don't know, I wear long hair does not mean I'm feminine either. These are all like Eurocentric stuff, you know. Um, and then as I delved deeper into my spiritual journey, I've been met with many different African spirituality creators on here that just come out of the blue. Like every question that I have, I'm always like answered through like a content creator on YouTube, a content creator on Instagram, a content creator on TikTok, and on Pinterest as well. So recently, I've come across this lady. Her channel is Dark Feminine Consciousness, Dark Femininity Consciousness. I'm not sure. I'm just gonna put it somewhere on the screen. And she's from Jamaica, or she resides in Jamaica. And you know, she speaks on these things thoroughly. She makes so much sense. But before then, there was Joshua Maponga as well. There was who's this guy? Abba Ayeleo Amlak as well. Imagine males who are able to bring femininity into perspective for me, who are able to make me as an African woman be able to connect and to be able to embrace femininity, because for the longest time as well, I felt that femininity was a weakness, you know. Sorry, this curtain is in the way, child. I thought femininity is a weakness. I thought femininity was what got me essayed in the first place. Femininity is you soft, you know. People can play around with you. People, to me, I had a hard shell. I still do, depending on my surroundings, depending on the environment, depending on how safe I feel there. But most of the time, I had a hard shell outwards, and you know, it was not ideal sometimes because I cannot tell you how many opportunities I've missed, friendships that could have developed, genuine connections that could have developed if I had just, you know, softened up and gone with the flow, as you know, femininity says we should, as femininity naturally makes us do. You know, we just go with the flow. So I couldn't understand. I'm like, they're telling me to speak softer. They're telling me to wear brighter colors, to wear dresses. First things first, I don't have a soft voice. Like, I'm this loud when I talk, and even louder when I'm happy and, you know, around people that I'm really, really comfortable with, and also depending on my mood. Like, I have no time to be talking like that's not natural to me, okay? And then on top of that, all I was being hit with were biblical values or biblical femininity. And obviously, as we've already spoken about, I'm not Christian, at least anymore. So, you know, it wasn't clicking, and I felt like, okay, this is just BS. Like, I'm not taking this. Like, what kind of femininity is this? So I just remained in my masculine for like the longest time. Spirituality has been able to like bring into perspective what femininity, true femininity is, and you know, what an African woman is, who an African woman is, who she's supposed to show up as, in her community, in her friend groups, to her children, to her friends' children, to her mother, you know, like to her man. Like, I this is the only time that I'm able to like truly understand and grasp the concept without feeling like, okay, they're making me into something that I'm not. Because if you're gonna tell me to wear long hair, like, what do you mean hair that goes down my shoulders? Okay, besides the fact that I have dreads right now, but like, afro grows upwards like a tree. Afro literally flipping grows. It does not sleep. It grows, okay? So if you're gonna say that's feminine for me to have like long flowy hair and whatever and look blushed out and have blush all over my cheeks, I don't even wear makeup anymore, so I don't know. Doesn't my natural skin already give off feminine? I mean, I am brown, for crying out loud, okay? I am brown. That is rich. It's melanin more than anything. And I recently learned that African women are the most fertile women in the entire world. Imagine me as an African queen, child, trying to fit into European standards and belittling myself like that. Like, it's all the way upside down. It does not make sense. If anything, true femininity lies with us. True femininity, the fact that I am a woman means that I am a queen. I am a goddess. The fact that I am an African woman and I'm the most fertile woman in the entire world, because of the fact that I'm just simply African and because of my ancestors and stuff like that, my roots. Hello, the European Huns are supposed to be taking notes from us, girls. Like, honestly, they're supposed to be taking notes from us. It's all the way upside down. And I see us trying to fit into European standards so bad. Like, we're trying to grasp Eurocentric concepts of what a woman is. And first things first, those European countries and, societies and communities are patriarchal as hell. If you look at like true African, the way that the way that we're supposed to be running our communities, the way that we used to run our communities, the way that our ancestors used to run our communities, used to run our society and everything, it was purely matriarchal. It was run by women. If anything, men were men even now are full of ego and, that's not a good leader. A woman is empathetic. A woman is tender at her core. A woman is a leader by nature. She doesn't even have to if you look at the world right now, it is full of war, famine, drought everywhere. Like, it's because of the patriarchy. It's because Europeans think this is the ideal way to run the world, for men to run the world, and it suppresses the woman. It suppresses our feminine. Hence, we're all masculine. We're all moving into a masculine energy, even as women. Hence, as even African women, we are pushed into our masculine. Because it is run by the patriarchy. You have to work long hours at a stressful job. That already diminishes your feminine. You understand what I'm trying to say? But Africanacity, or whatever you choose to call it, at its core, is purely matriarchal. And we don't even have to shift out of our feminine to be able to run our homes, to be able to run our community, to be able to listen. Men, our ancestors, our African ancestors, truly appreciated the woman. They viewed her as a goddess. They were like, okay, these are the people who are more than worthy of, being in charge of our communities, of being in charge of us, telling us what to do. Women will be able to sense that, okay, there's a sandstorm coming, or there's like a storm coming. We have to, because we are intuitive like that. We are in tune with nature, okay? Mother Nature. We're in tune with this dog. My dog is by the window. I was so scared. I was not expecting something to pop up. Hello? Hi, she's so cute. She just scared me. Oh my god. Okay. We're in tune with nature, Mother Nature, okay? So women were able to be like, okay, if somebody in the family must be sick, they'd have a dream, wake up and somebody in the family must be sick. Then they'd go out and go look for herbs and, make sure that whoever is sick is healed. Men admired that. They were like, okay, we don't have those qualities. Is this curtain disturbing me? Looks much better when I come through. Okay, let's take a quick thumbnail. Okay, never mind, I'm still admiring myself. Plus, these dreads are just like boosting my confidence. These are my dreads. I just took them off for like 3 years and then returned them onto my head. I had totally forgotten the confidence boost that they give me. But here we are. Here we are. Anywho, at our core, We are goddesses, guys. There is no need for us to be taking Eurocentric values and especially biblical values. And I'm not belittling Christians or people who read the Bible, or people who believe in the Bible. I'm not saying don't do what you're doing. I'm not. But what I am saying is, if you are looking to find your true womanhood, your true femininity, who you are, who you're supposed to show up as, the Bible ain't gonna give you that. First things first, there is no woman in the Bible that is spoken highly of. Most women in the Bible are just diminished. Okay, no woman is a ruler. No woman is an emperor. Like, even the ones that were spoken ill of. No one is ever really a good leader as a woman. Even women in the church, in the same Bible, are told to shut the F up in the church. You know, I don't know where that verse is. I'm going to find it and put it on the screen. Where we're told not to say nothing in the church. Like, for what? For what? And then another thing that the same lady that I mentioned earlier, I think dark femininity consciousness, dark feminine consciousness, I'm not sure. She talks about the fact that these Eurocentric values are saying women modest. They're talking about modesty. Women should cover up and everything. I'm not against that, especially because I'm not someone who goes out here naked as hell. Like, I'm not that person. Like, I don't have the courage. Besides, I have, like, you know, trauma. So in my brain, the only way to solve this trauma and to save myself was to dress up more, because I felt like, okay, the reason why this happened to me is because, you know, but truly it was none of that, because I was like 4 and 5 years old. Like, what could a 4 and a 5-year-old wear that could in fact, you're not even supposed to be looking at a toddler like that. But anyway, that happened, and I grew up thinking I should cover up more. But anyway, she talks about the fact that, you know, Eurocentric values are saying, oh, you should cover up more as a feminine woman. To be a feminine woman, you should cover up modesty, this, blah, blah, blah. Whatever, okay? But the point is, African women, in fact, Africans, period, we don't dress up, guys. Immediately, these values don't even align with who we are at our core. And then, you know, it's just, it's mad. It's mad. We're told to cover up, da-da-da-da-da-da. Do we cover up? Like, do we cover up, guys? Did we have clothes? Like, we did have clothes, but it wasn't necessarily clothes. It was cover-ups. It was animal skin to clothes, like, to cover the most essential parts and stuff like that. But at our core, do we have to dress up and, you know, if you get what I mean, do we suffocate ourselves with clothes? First things first, we didn't even design half of, like, not even half. These people came with the clothes that they came with, yeah. Hence, now we all dress up like this. Otherwise, we didn't have what they came with. We did, child, we could have a whole video on that. And then now we're being told to be modest in order to be a feminine woman. You should be modest. You should dress modestly. You should speak softly. First, hello, as a woman with a loud ass voice, because that does not. No. Girl, I am half Nigerian, half Zulu. The voice is there. So what you trying to tell me to like make myself small? Because essentially that's what I'm doing. If I'm not gonna be bold the way that I am right now, because that's how I was raised, first things first, to be bold, to be proud, to be out there. If you're gonna tell me to make myself small and, oh, don't raise your voice, don't, a woman of grace, like, what's a woman of grace? A woman that doesn't have a voice, that's a woman of grace? And then on top of that, they want us to agree to the patriarchy. They want us to work in order to impress men. If you look at nature, baby girl, like, these men are the ones that work to impress us. Okay, because if you look at mating, the way that animals mate, the way that men are the ones, peacocks, they flash their, I don't know what you call it, is it feathers? I don't know. They, you know, the one with the biggest, I don't know, the biggest, the brightest wins the girl over. Like, I don't know. Women, we just chill in our feminine, and men just go around going crazy, and we pick and choose who we want to spend the rest of our lives with, or who we want to make babies with. Like, it's the way it is. Seahorses, you look at nature, everywhere in nature. I was looking at pigeons the other day at school. I was sitting outside, and there were pigeons the other day, and all these male pigeons are just going crazy over this, like, one female pigeon, and she's just there, like, in the middle of them, and others are flying, others are flapping their wings. They were just doing crazy shit, okay? She ended up, like, leaving all of them. which, I mean, it's up to her if she wants to mate with any of them. But what I realized is nature is the best teacher. Women are just meant to be women, and men they chase what Eurocentric values of femininity or being a good woman is you do everything to impress men, you do everything to boost their ego, you do everything to be chosen, you become a pick me. I don't know, girl. As an African woman, I am not a pick me. Okay, I'm not a pick me, sure. As who this Shira 7 would say, I am not a pick me, sure. Okay. These men are supposed to be chasing after you. You're supposed to be in your feminine and relax. Femininity is I don't chase, I attract. Femininity is I am who I am. You have to chase me if you want me, okay? I am not going to dress up to impress you. I am not going to lower my voice to impress you. I'm not going to change my walk, my talk, none of that to impress you. You the man, you come after me. You make sure, okay, you make sure that there is nobody else I see besides you and you alone. Like, I don't know. What are your thoughts on this? Let me know down below. But I believe that true feminine, and the lady that I'm talking about, the one from Dark Feminine, I don't know the name of her channel. Like, I recently just found out about her, and I subscribed because what she's talking about makes sense. She is spitting a lot of sense, and I understand. They align. They align. Somebody's calling me. Oh, it's my man. But just let me know your thoughts on on this whole topic, and we'll talk in another video. Mwah. Love you guys so freaking much. Aw. Okay, let me go.